Does solar really work? Okay, I'm a bit of an advocate for it, so maybe I'm a bit biased, but yeah, it does. Over the years, I think I made my first solar panel in 1977. Uh, it wasn't much of one, it didn't work very well. Most solar I've seen did not work very well. The thermal panels that I made were notably ineffective. Uh, when I got around, 2012 or something, I did make some photovoltalic. I didn't make them, I bought photovoltaics and piddled with those for a while, but they were kind of cheapies. And they did work, but maybe not as good as they could. Well, I eventually decided that I was going to jump into this thing with both feet. Many experiments with inconclusive results. But I put 14 panels on the south side of my home's roof. That was the first one. And I'm a DIY. I do everything DIY mostly. So I don't do concrete much anymore. This old man can't do concrete so good no more. But I can put solar panels on the roof. Okay, so I put those 14 up, and they produce quite a bit of power. And then I put another 14, gave me 28, and then I put another 14 that gave me 42. Now the last two were on my shop building, which had a south-facing roof too. At this point, in high summer, I'm producing about 90 kilowatts a day. I use anywhere from 15 to 40 kilowatts, depending on what's going on in the house. So I'm actually producing a lot more than I use. I'm actually going to be putting another 12 panels on the west side of my roof pretty quick. Just kind of a little experiment there. Solar has pretty much come of age. And I will explain some of the specifics of this in further videos, but right now I'm at zero for utilities. I don't pay anything for my electricity usage. I build up a bank with the utility, and it'll probably take me, well, I got about 6,000 kilowatts in the bank, so it's going to take me through the winter easily, where there's less comes out. I was kind of amazed. The simple panels just put on a south-facing roof of a home, or in my case also a shop building, they're pretty massively effective. And it's a grid-tied system, and I'll go over that in another video too, because I've done grid-tied, I've done off-grid. So I'm pretty positive in this stuff. For a long time I wasn't very positive on solar. I just, it's just kind of a gimmicky thing. But it does work. And in further videos in this series, I want to tell you how this stuff works. I'm not going to do a how to put panels on a roof. There's a million videos out there, and from places that you buy the panels, they'll tell you how to put them on. And there's a number of different ways to get solar on your roof. And mostly this is single family housing that I'm talking about. There are some other options for different housing, but for the most part, single family homes, there is no good reason at this point that you can't put enough panels on your roof, if it's positioned right, to accept solar, that you couldn't be pretty much independent. I mean, you're never independent. It's a grid-tied system. But you're actually using less power than you produce. This does happen. It is effective. So this is an introduction to some of the next ones. Probably the next one I'll come up with is the grid-tied system and what I think its values are and what its problems are. But this is going to be, in the future, this is going to get more and more popular, and it's going to be pretty much standard. In fact, a lot of houses are going to require it. And if they don't, they probably should be. We've got some issues coming up with climate change that are going to determine that we must modify the way we use energy. So I guess that'll be it on this one. Gobs more coming as I get to them.